Good afternoon, everyone. Would you please rise for our national anthem, led by Carmen Howe, Caitlin Marie Peace, Derek Johnson, and Jacob Hitch, students in the Department of Theater and Dance.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, family, and friends of the Chase graduating class of 2010, welcome. I'm Molly Tammy, Associate Dean for Student Affairs and Admissions at the Chase College of Law at Northern Kentucky University, and I'd like to welcome all of you to the 38th Annual Commencement of Northern Kentucky University and the 115th Commencement of the Salmon P. Chase College of Law. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the distinguished individuals on the platform. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Gerard A. Sanamon, Vice President for University Advancement. Kenneth H. Ramey, for Administration and Finance. Dr. Sue Hodges-Moore, Vice President for Planning, Policy, and Budget. Joseph E. Wind, Vice President for Government and Community Relations. Dr. Zebulon R. Davenport, Vice President for Student Affairs. Kieran Zerhusen Kruer, Executive Director, NKU Foundation. Dr. Kimberly A. Luce, Executive Assistant to the President and Secretary to the NKU Board of Regents. Martin C. Butler, member of the NKU Board of Regents. Dennis Repenning, member of the NKU Board of Regents. Brenda L. Wilson, member of the NKU Board of Regents. Eric M. Brose, member of the NKU Board of Regents. K. Keith Kosecki, member of the NKU Board of Regents. Dr. Susan Cross Lipnicki, President, Chase Alumni Association, Class of '91. David H. McKnight, Associate Dean for Advancement. Michael Whiteman, Associate Dean for Law Library Services and Information Technology. Jennifer Anglem Crater, Associate Dean for Faculty Development and Associate Professor of Law. Lawrence D. Rosenthal, Associate Dean for Academics and Professor of Law. Dr. Gail W. Wells, Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost. Dr. James C. Vitruba, President, Northern Kentucky University. Dennis R. Hannebach, Dean, Chase College of Law. The Honorable Sylvia C.V. Hendon, Commencement Speaker and Class of '75. Karen Ogburn, Associate Dean for Administration. Terry L. Mann, Vice Chair, NKU Board of Regents. John M. Bickers, Assistant Professor of Law and Grand Marshal. Members of the class of 2010, congratulations. This is a great day for you and indeed for all of us. We are extremely proud of you and we are honored to share this momentous occasion with you. This great day for you, the class of 2010, was made possible, no doubt, by your hard work and dedication over many years. I'm certain, however, that you would agree your achievements would not have been possible without the enormous support of many others, many of whom are with us today here to help you celebrate. Let's take a moment to recognize these many supporters of you, our graduates. Will the parents of our graduates please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Also sharing this day with us are many grandparents. Will all grandparents of our graduates please stand and be recognized? Many of our graduates have families of their own. Will the spouses, children, and partners of our graduates please stand and be recognized? Thank you. On behalf of our graduates and the entire Chase College of Law family, I thank all of you for your invaluable support to the members of the Chase graduating class of 2010.
It is my high honor to recognize the outstanding faculty of the Chase College of Law. Graduates, how many of you have had a faculty member who has genuinely inspired you with his or her and knowledge of the legal profession? A faculty member who genuinely cared about you and your education and who enhanced your belief in the noble profession you have chosen. Let me take a moment to honor them and to draw your attention to the key role they have played in bringing the class of 2010 to this important milestone. NKU's faculty members are the very heart of this dynamic institution. Their dedication ensures our students receive an education we like to call up close and personal. While colleges and universities have changed over time, one thing is no different now than it was when that first teacher inspired that first pupil. That is the importance of the essential relationship between students and faculty members as teachers, scholars, and learners. NKU is so fortunate to have a faculty so firmly dedicated to students in the legal profession. This faculty brings academic credentials from some of the most prestigious universities in the world. Many have achieved distinction on the national and international stage. Most recently, one of Chase's faculty members has been selected as NKU's winner of the Frank Sinton Milburn Outstanding Professor Award, our most prestigious annual faculty recognition. Professor Richard Bales is the winner of this year's Outstanding Professor Award for the entire university. Congratulations, Rick. Oliver Wendell Holmes said, and I quote, "One's mind, once transformed by a new idea, never regains its original dimension," end quote. Through the work of these faculty members, our students' lives have been transformed. I am confident they are prepared to join the legal profession, dedicated to justice and the highest standard of ethics. It is now my distinct pleasure to ask all members of the faculty to stand as you join me by honoring them with your applause.
Each year, the student body elects officers and representatives to serve as leaders of the Student Bar Association. The Student Bar Association, otherwise known as the SBA, is the official advocate for the student body, and its leaders take an active role in shaping life at the law school. As advisor to the SBA, I had the pleasure of working with Steinem Kelly Gilliam this past year as he served as president of the SBA. I now have the pleasure of introducing Kelly, who will make two very special presentations. Kelly?
Thank you. Wow, there's a lot more people here from up there. Is this tassel driving anybody else crazy, by the way? When I sat down to come up with what I was going to say to present these awards today, it hit me that I should probably come up with something witty and funny to kind of break the ice to come out here. But I got to graduate from law school here in a little bit, and my family's been in town the last couple of days and had a couple golf tournaments, so I couldn't really think of anything. So if you guys could just chuckle and then come back, maybe 1, 2, 3, little chuckle. All right, thank you. Yeah, we'll move on. The Lukowski Awards are given each year to an outstanding professor and faculty member or staff member of the year. And they're chosen by the student body to reflect who they truly feel were the most outstanding professors. And this year I get to give the award to two of my personally favorite people at Chase College of Law, so it's really my honor to be able to do this. This year's recipient of Outstanding Professor has helped so many of us, not only in the classroom, but outside it as well. He's always been there. So he's someone that you never question their expertise of the subject area in the classroom, while at the same time, you never question that his main goal is to help students and prepare them for success, both in the classroom while at law school and in the years ahead in however they practice. He's been cited and relied upon by the Supreme Court of the United States. I don't know where else you go from there. But at the same time, he started every class off with a song playing over the PA system in constitutional law that related to the subject matter. I can distinctly remember walking into his Con Law 2 exam, maybe it was 1, I don't know, they all run together now. I don't know if you're a particular graduate out here, as explained to you, but final exam days in law school aren't the happiest place in the world. You walk in and there's just tension everywhere, and students are pouring over, trying to hit their notes, find something in the last 10 minutes before the test, and that might help them pass that day of class. So you can only imagine the surprise on my classmates' face and myself when we're sitting there before the exam and we're pouring over our notes and our outlines, trying to find something, and all of a sudden, Under Pressure by Queen plays over the top of the PA system. It was definitely a defining moment in law school, I think, for all of us that were there. And that may seem a little immaterial, but it's little things like that helped us as students keep our sanity over the last 3 years of this journey, whatever you want to call it. And it makes it my pleasure to give the 2010 Lukowski Award winner for Outstanding Professor of the Year to Professor John Bickers. You're welcome.
Thank you. I'd like to thank first my friends and colleagues in the faculty who have been unfailing in their mentorship to me, still relatively new in this profession. I'd like to commend to all of you this platform party made up of distinguished and brave people, bravest among them being President Vortruba, who we knew was a great university president. We didn't know until today how brave he is, because when someone wearing Michigan State green is willing to stand this close to someone wearing Michigan blue, stick that big, you know he's bold. To those of you who have no idea who I am, the family and friends of these graduates, who might be thinking right now, wow, that guy must be a great teacher to get this award. Nothing could be further from the truth. All I am as a teacher is a mirror, and all I have done is reflect the brightness and the inquisitiveness of these your graduates, You should be fiercely proud of them. And to those of you in the class of 2010, the graduates, you have my congratulations. You've made it through the first step, the formal legal education. You'll make it through the next step, the bar passage. I'm confident. You have challenged me with your curiosity and your energy, and I'm proud and honored to have served with you. As the journey ahead of you on behalf of all of us, welcome to the profession of law. Thank you.
You think we can get that bar passage guarantee in writing from him? Next, we have the Outstanding Staff Member of the Year. I'd like to take this opportunity just to thank all of the Chase support staff that's helped us get to this point so far, whether it's the library or the people from the centers or just the assistants or the administration. So just thanks for helping us get to this day. Tassel, driving me crazy. The award winner for the Lukowski Outstanding Staff Member of the Year is basically the default answer that we as students go to when we have any problem at Chase. If you needed a cup of coffee, Billy was your guy. If you needed a paperclip, a calculator, you go to Billy. If you needed to drop something off for another professor or another assistant and you couldn't find them, you go to Billy. He knew where they were, what they were doing, who they were with, what they had for lunch yesterday, and also whatever you needed, he could tell you the best way to get to the answer to your problem. So it's my pleasure again to honor Billy Scott with this year's 2010 Outstanding Staff Member.
First, I must thank God, because without him, nothing is possible. And to this most excellent Chase College of Law class of 2010, I am thankful and I am humbled by your generosity. And while I've been given like 1 minute to say what needs to be said, I will endeavor to cram what is in my heart within that time. You labored long to get to this point, and that special day is now here. I hope that I have been of some help and a ray of light during your times of stresses and difficulty as you have gone through law school. Your family, your loved ones, and your friends are here to celebrate this day with you, and whatever the future holds for you, I know you will give it your best. As you go now to serve your community and the various capacities in which you are going to practice law, whether you rail against censorship or whatever it is, the world needs your flavor. Thank you for this honor. I love you. God bless you always. And to the mothers, happy Mother's Day. Thank you.
Just in closing, guys, when I sat down and started thinking about our class and school over the last 3 years, the one thing that I thought stuck out was how long it's going to take first year. It seemed like it would never be over. But looking back, it's like, where did these last 3 years go? And there's so many emotional highs and lows and screaming fights and who knows what else. And over the course of the last 3 years, whether you can admit it or not, we've all cried at some point or another, whether it was a late night study session or in the library. Each and every one of us has broken down and lost it at least once, whether it was alone or somebody can verify it out here. Don't lie. There's just something about being pushed to the brink like we have these last 3 years over to the responsibility, to the amount of knowledge that we can fit in our head, to the stress that you grow a bond between us that you can't really explain to people outside. I know my parents ask me what's going on, and just like, don't worry about it, I can't explain it. And we can also all remember the first time we ran into somebody, not expecting anything, before finals, and they had that deer in the headlights look in their face, and you knew it was coming. Their eyes were glazed over, and they were hyperventilating, trying to get the sentence out to you, and they were just the sheer panic all over their face, and you knew the breakdown was coming, and that you had to assure them everything was going to be okay, even though you had no idea if it was going to be okay or not, for you or for them. You had to do it. Some of us were lucky, and again, it came in a classroom or maybe in an apartment or something. I, on the other hand, happened to me in a 3x5 study room in the bottom of the library. There was nowhere to go, you know. Down, I was just like, it's gonna be okay, and we moved on. I'm not gonna mention any names, Jamie Stewart. Anyway, my point is that I think it's those moments and the bonds that were made just by assuring each other that we were gonna make it through it, even though we had no idea, that I think that's what we'll remember from law school. And while we may not get along with everyone, some of us more than others, I think if nothing else, we can take away from Chase some good us at our best and our worst. Thanks, guys.
Good afternoon. What a glorious day to end it, right? I want to congratulate the members of the class, and I want to congratulate your families for a job well done. And I want to take advantage of the little power that's in the dean's hands to vary the program just a bit today. You'll see in the program later on I was to deliver a charge to the students. It's difficult to come and speak, to go in and speak after Billy and after Professor Vickers, so I'm going to get my speech in now because I don't want to follow our commencement speaker, because she will be fabulous. To take a few moments from the dean's position, I want to share with you just a private insight. No dean does anything alone. We certainly have our faculty and our staff working with us, and they're very important to us. But also our predecessors as deans really make a difference in what they do to help us, to set us up for success or failure. And I've been blessed with having former deans who have done great things for this law school, and I'd like to take a moment just to recognize them. You already know, the members of the class already know three of them. Dean Stevens, would you please stand? Dean St. Juan, and Bill Jones, who I don't believe is here today. Dean Jones was also. These three individuals have done an incredible amount to make my job easier, and I want you to please join me in recognizing and thanking them for their support. It's a special honor to introduce a very special member of our Chase family and another former dean of the Chase College of Law, former Dean and Professor Emeritus David Short. Dean Short served as our dean from 1993 to 1999. And during his tenure as dean, he moved the school forward in many, many ways, and we were blessed to have him among us today. He's here together with his family, and this is a very special day for him, to celebrate the graduation of his son, Sam. And what a happy moment for a dean to come back and see his son walk across the stage and receive the degree from his school. And I think it's very special. Please congratulate them on a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming today, Dean Short. I'd like to share a few simple points with the graduates. First, as you walk across this stage in a few minutes to accept your degree, remember that in doing so, you will join a long line and a storied line of Chase graduates who came before you. The first graduates of this law school received their degrees on June 28, 1900, 110 years ago. We've been here for a long time. And there are more than 6,000 graduates who have followed them, have brought honor to our law school and to our profession. Today, you now become members of that long line of Chase graduates. You follow in their footsteps. Now you assume the responsibility for being the guardians of the honored legacy that they have fashioned. Secondly, if you are to remain true to that great legacy, you must make your career matter. You must make your career matter. During your time here at the law school, we've equipped you with powerful analytical tools that you can use to do many, many things. Please, use them to advance the common good. Make a commitment today that your life will matter. Make a commitment that you will lend aid to those who need your help. Make a commitment that you will stand firm in resisting those who would manipulate the law to serve their own selfish ends. Kindle in yourself and in others a deep respect for the rule of law, tempered by an abiding passion for justice. It's up to you. You must do it. And finally, be humble. It would be easy, after 3 and 4 years of hard work and training, to assume that you're now prepared to take on the tasks that lie in your path. Do not fall into that trap. For as the poet Matthew Arnold so aptly put it, the world which seems to lie before us like a land of dreams, so various, so beautiful, so new, hath really neither joy, nor love, nor light, nor certitude, nor peace, nor help for pain. You face a troubled world. You have great challenges. Recognize that you are setting it upon a new path. Seek out a mentor. Seek out a counselor, an experienced member of our profession upon whom you can rely for guidance and take on the mantle of your new profession. There are formal mentorships in both Kentucky and across the river in Ohio. I encourage you, I urge you, if I had the power, I would order you, take advantage of those. But also seek out the members of the Chase family to serve as your mentors. You'll find wonderful mentors among our faculty. They are wise, they are talented, they care about you. You will find mentors among the members of the law school administration. I work with very talented people. I know they care about you. Seek them out, ask for their help. And most importantly, perhaps, seek out mentors from our alumni. From alumni of Chase throughout the nation who I know are ready and willing to stand by you and take on the role of mentor if you simply ask them. We have wonderful alumni. Avail yourself of them. Indeed, it's my great pleasure to announce one such member of our Chase family, your commencement speaker, Judge Sylvia C.V. Hendon. Judge Hendon is a 1975 graduate of the Chase College of Law. She now serves on Ohio's First District Court of Appeals. She has held a number of judicial positions since her graduation in these 30 years, including that of the presiding judge of the Hamilton County Municipal Courts and the Hamilton County Juvenile Courts. She's also served in leadership roles throughout the region in judicial positions, civic and charitable organizations. She is a past president of the Ohio Association of the Juvenile Court Judges, a trustee of the Cincinnati Bar Association, and is now the legislative chair of the Ohio Association of Appellate Court Judges. Throughout her career, Judge Hendon has remained engaged with the College of Law. She is a past president of the Chase Alumni Association and a past member of the Dean's Board of Advisors. She now serves as one of the founding members of the Center for Excellence in Advocacy Board of Advisors. We are extremely honored and pleased to have with us this year as our commencement speaker, the Honorable Sylvia C.V. Hendon. Please join me in welcoming Judge Hendon.
President Vitruba, Dean Hollaback, Provost Wells, distinguished faculty, parents and friends, and most of all to you, the graduates of 2010. I listened to that introduction and all of the things the dean said, and frankly, I can't believe that I could do all those in the few short years since I got out of law school. Truly, it seems like just yesterday. When I wore the black robe that you're wearing here today, I never dreamed that I would be wearing this black robe for the rest of my adult life, but it worked out pretty well, I think. I cannot begin to tell you how honored I am to be here today. When the dean first called and asked me, I began to wonder, what could I, a graduate from another century, even begin to tell you that would add to your commencement experience? My friends reminded me that the best thing about a speaker are the 3 B's: be brief, be brilliant, and be gone. So I'm going to try my best to keep this brief. And I think the best description of a commencement speaker, although his eloquence would probably deny this, was that the dean told me that a commencement speaker is much like the deceased at a funeral. Everybody expects there to be one, but no one expects them to say a whole lot of anything. I'm going to take my few minutes here, though, to tell you some things that are extremely important to me as I look at people approaching their careers in law. In just a few moments, you are going to receive tangible evidence that you have not spent the last 3 or 4 years of your life in vain. You have spent it preparing to take your part in a noble and wonderful profession. You have reached the point where you are pursuing the goal of becoming a lawyer. Countless hours of reading and writing, and yes, some almost mindless memorization, went into the making of this new identity. And I would like to say this is the end of the road and it's all over now. You know as well as I do that you've got several months more of reading and writing and somewhat mindless memorization to get through the bar exam. And I might add, no little amount of anxiety goes into that also. But that you will excel, and that last Friday of October, at least that's when it is in Ohio, you'll get that joyous posting on the internet that you have passed and you are now going to be licensed as an attorney. I also am very mindful that I am one of the things that is standing between you and the parties that you probably have planned after graduation. So let me try to make the rest of my remarks very brief. It's always amazed me that our profession is the butt of so many bad jokes. And I got the dean's approval before I decided to do this, but I'm just going to share a couple of the goofy ones with you that my friends feel compelled to tell me. Why did God create snakes just before he created lawyers? Your friends are going to tell you he was practicing. And I'm sure you've heard about the amazing lawyer who was able to swim through the shark-infested waters on his way back to shore after his boat sunk. Your friends are going to tell you that's a show of professional courtesy. My favorite is, what do you have when you have a lawyer buried up to his head in sand? Your friends are going to tell you, not enough sand. I can only tell you to get used to it. You can do what I do, that's smile, chuckle, and then remind those people that the average lawyer gives back to his or her community over 200 hours of community service every year. And that's a bona fide statistic from the American Bar Association. Unfortunately, a lot of the criticisms that lawyers take are not the result of some corny jokes. A lot of the criticism comes by way of the public's perception of who we are and what we do. and it's up to us to change that. A recent Harris poll showed that 69%, that's almost 3/4 of the public, don't trust us. That's a horrible thing. The only people to finish worse than us were, believe it or not, movie actors and rock stars. We even finished behind used car salesmen, if you can believe that. Now you're sitting there and you're thinking, what can I do about that? I'm a brand new graduate, I've got to pass the bar, I've got to get a job, I've got to go out there and do that. Well, let me suggest that you take your first step today, because you are about to receive that tangible diploma. Let that diploma be the cornerstone of a monument that you literally build to yourself. It can be a refuge of assistance for people in need. It can be a place where you store knowledge and the application of that knowledge. It can sometimes be a lighthouse and a beacon for your colleagues who may need your assistance. But be sure that it's a lasting monument to integrity and professionalism, which I frankly believe are as important as any of the core subjects that you learn. Sandra Day O'Connor, in a speech to the Stanford Law graduates, suggested that the monument that you build might be best being a bridge. She told us a poem at Stanford's graduation, and before you kind of make funny faces, when I do commencement speeches, I usually do use a poem of some sort, although I will admit I decided not to use Dr. Seuss today. I think you folks are a little bit beyond that. But this poem tells the story of an old man who was crossing a river at the bottom of a canyon. When he crossed safely, he went back and began to build a bridge. Let me share it with you. "Old man," said a pilgrim near, "you're wasting strength with building here. Your journey will end with the ending day. You never again may pass this way. You have crossed the chasm deep and wide. Why build you a bridge at eventide?" The builder lifted his old gray head. "Good friend, in the path I have come," he said, "there followeth after me today a youth whose feet must pass this way. This chasm has been not to me, but to that fair-haired youth may a pitfall be. He too must cross in the twilight dim. Good friend, I am building this bridge for him." Your years here at Chapel, that bridge building. As the deans already mentioned, your professors have instructed you on how to use the tools of your trade, and they've helped you cross that bridge from literally clueless student, and I know that because I was one, to competent professional. They've given you that inventory of tools to use in the future. And just as an aside, if you doubt for a minute the practicality of the rule against perpetuities, or the bedrock case of Marbury versus Madison, or the but-for of proximate cause that Professor Schneider tried to make me understand in the first 2 weeks of law school almost 40 years ago, I can tell you that those concepts are alive and well and living in some briefs that are sitting on my desk from oral arguments in the First District Court of Appeals last week. And 2 of those cases were argued by very eloquent Chase graduates, let me add. I have no reservations about the excellent legal education that you have received here at Chase, but the years that lie ahead of you will demand more than a quick mind and persevering research. To rise to the level of success that you predict for yourself today will mean that you do more than succeed for your clients, that you do more than dazzle your opponents, that you do more than astound the court because of your witty presentation. No, to be a true success, the kind of lawyer that rises above the public's perception, the kind of lawyer who commands the respect of his or her peers, the kind of lawyer that leads other people by example alone, you have to fully understand the value of integrity and your reputation. I often have the opportunity to speak to young lawyers, and it's usually in the context of a leadership class of a bar association, and those sessions usually revolve around the pitfalls of early practice, the mistakes that can be made, what do you do about those mistakes? And there's one message that I continually bring to those groups, and that is to make a mistake is not a shame. There is no shame in making a mistake. We've all done it. We'll do it, and we'll do it again in the future. The shame is in losing your integrity as the result of it. We've all heard the stories, the little white lie that you might tell because you're late for court or because you didn't file something on time. The bigger cover-up that sometimes comes when a bigger mistake is uncovered. A misrepresentation to an opponent, to the court, if the facts and the law don't happen to be going your way. God forbid, the little loan that you take from a client's trust account that you intend to pay back, but it just doesn't get there. Shortcuts, those detours from excellence that I hope not a soul in this room will ever take the chance on making, can destroy the monument you begin today as sure as a natural disaster. When integrity and your reputation, your professionalism are lost, it is nigh on to impossible to rebuild those. In closing, and I know those are the words you're waiting to hear, let me speak just a moment to the parents, the grandparents, the benefactors who were honored to stand before, and I salute you. These are the people that have supported you with their time, their energy, and I'm sure in no small amount their dollars to get you to this bridge today. Folks up there, from this day forward, or maybe you want to wait until after the bar results are out, you are entitled to free legal advice. You might get a will, you might get a trust document. Most importantly, you might get a bright young lawyer to go with you to court the next time you get a speeding ticket that you didn't deserve. At dinner parties for the rest of your life, you get to smile and very calmly say, "My son, my daughter is a lawyer." Today's a special day for you too. Today you're experiencing the sweetest joy a parent or grandparent can ever have. And that is to share in the success of your child, your grandchild, your spouse, after he or she has completed successfully a long and arduous challenge. Folks, it doesn't get any better than that. So, ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2010, wow, you come to the stage today to receive that precious diploma, as the dean said, as a legacy of those who have come before you, the respected lawyers, judges, corporate executives, servants of the public, who proudly display their chaste diploma on the office walls around this country. But more importantly, you leave the stage with that diploma in hand as bridge builders for those who will come after you and look to you as the examples of the success that they then seek. All of us in the Chase family congratulate you today and wish for you as you begin this incredible journey every success and Godspeed.
Isn't she wonderful? We would like to give you this.
Thank you. How beautiful.
To celebrate the day. Thank you so much for your work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, what else we have to do today? Oh, I hear it. I'm sorry, I've got it right here. Actually, if you could all sort of, in your mind, hear the drum roll, this is the big moment. Mr. President, would graduates please stand? Mr. President, it is a pleasure and a privilege to present the men and women who have successfully completed the rigorous requirements for the degree of Juris Doctor.
Thank you, Dean Hannebach. It's now my privilege to confer the degrees on this 2010 class. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Kentucky through the Board of Regents of Northern Kentucky University, I confer upon you the degree of Juris Doctor. I now declare Chase College of Law of Northern Kentucky University, congratulations on this professional attainment. Please be seated, graduates.
Mariam Abdul Rahman. Ashley Marie Aldridge. Robert Eugene Altman III. Maria Kathleen Ante. Elizabeth Lauren Bach.
The smile's breaking out.
Michael Joseph Bassi. Sheena Brooke Balon. Allison Steele Berridon. Christopher Mark Barry. Carolyn Claire Bessel. Ashley Marie Bolander. Timothy James Bramble.
Yes, we are trying.
Leah Jo Brockman. William Joshua Brown. Katrina Ann Bruce. Jared William Burke. Isaac Wayne Burkhart. Anthony Peter Calabrese. Adam Scott Cart.
You're breaking out the smile anyway, aren't you? Okay.
Patricia Raquel Casares Lodi. Robert Wesley Charles. Jonathan Patrick Collins. Jonathan Paul Coombs. Gregory Edward James Colson. Emily Starr Chrysalis. Richard Brian Daniel. Joseph Kyle Despain. Eric Lowell Dodson. Michael Shane Du Bois. Christine Angelina Ellick. Christian Peters Fannin. Jill Doris Fetters. Brooklyn Renee Franklin. Philip Salem George III. Bradley Michael Gibson. Dustin Allen Gibson. Stein Andrew Jacob Gregory Mabry. Juan Pablo Guzman. Melissa Ann Haley. Megan Brittany Hall. Richard Wade Hartsock. Allison A. Hawkins. Molly Ann Hawkins. Karsten Elizabeth Head. Brian Edward Hosel. Michelle Marie Hoff. Carrie Beth Holleran. Joanna Marie Hortolosa. Adam Tyler Howard. Daniel Aaron Hunt. Justin William James. Nicholas Andrew Carafa. Aaron Scott Kennedy. Tolulope Orabala Kutei. Matthew Charles Lammers. Samuel Kenton Lanham. Stephanie Nicole Lake. Katie Lynn Lax. Benjamin Joel Lewis. Henry Clay List, Jr. Emily Nolan Litzinger. Lisa Marie Ludwig. Nicole Elizabeth Lumen. Molly Teresa Lyons. Aaron. Jennifer Rose Martrice. Roy Massey IV. Tammy Sue Maston. Melissa Tyler McCoy. Kelly McDaniel. Erin Christine Melcher. Jesse William Merck. Allison Marie Minton. David Michael Menning. James Yash Moore. Susan Beth Moore. William Jerome Myers. Joseph Charles Neff. Melissa Claire Nichols. William Robert Nolker. Victoria Lynn Norton. Brian Patrick O'Connor. Nicholas Shane Orschel. Morel Vanessa Peck. Nicholas Joseph Pazonka. Crystal Dawn Palmer. Benjamin Thomas Dixon Pugh. James Kelly Ratliff. Danielle Jarvis Ravencraft. Brett Michael Renzenbrink. Excuse me. Ryan Keith Rice. Christopher Michael Ravello. Jason Jean Robinson. Dustin Robert Rumbo. James Leaf Sanders. Charmang. Paul Anthony Schmidt. Sarah Jane Schmidt. Marcus Shane Schulte. Maribeth Hamilton Sewell. Samuel James Short. Chad Allen Silber. Susan Diane Stavdal. Brighton Radway Smith. Amanda Walker Soch. Richard Hamilton Spence. Erica Catherine Stacy. Tyler Frederick Stebbins. Kristen Marie Stimley. Kyle Edward Stevie. Jamie Kristen Stewart. Jennifer Marie Suttles. Megan Lorenzen Tate. Robin Ashley Thacker. Corinne Noel Tyrone. Amanda Rose Toole. Frank Kern Tremper III. Andrew James Van Diver. Suzanne Marie Van Lehman. John Derek Wagner. Allison Michelle Warner.
Good job. Congratulations.
Stephanie Louise Wesselman. Larry Brandon West.
Congratulations.
Jenny Teresa White. Tiffany Williamson Coleman. Ashley Erin Whitty. Keith Andrew Wurzbacher. Angel Rochelle Zagel.
Would the graduates please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to give you the class of 2010.
Graduates, if you would please be seated for just a moment. I want to add my congratulations to Dean Hanebach, to each of you, and to all who have contributed to making this day possible. Before we do depart, I want to just share a couple of final brief comments. All of us know that Americans are generous people. Historically, we've built not only for ourselves, but also for our children and our grandchildren, and for those whom we'll never know. We're here today because citizens whom you'll never meet, from communities you may never visit, saw fit through their representatives to invest in Northern Kentucky University and in the Chase College of Law as a way of investing in not only your future, but their own future. As you leave campus today, my hope is that you will depart feeling a deep sense of responsibility to advance not only your own future, but the common future that we all share. In a democratic society, each of us is obliged, I believe, to shoulder the responsibility for the public good, but this responsibility falls most heavily on those public's investment. That includes you, the graduates of this public university law school. The law serves as the foundation on which a just and democratic society is built. We all know that. And it's the lawyer's ethical responsibility to behave honorably in reinforcing that foundation continuously. To be fully successful, you must not only be stewards of your profession, but a steward of democracy, an advocate of equal treatment under and access to the law. When asked what advice she would give new attorneys, former Attorney General Janet Reno replied, and I quote, "A lawyer's word must be his or her bond, period. And lawyers must work harder to ensure all Americans have access to the justice system." Expanding that sentiment, William J. Bennett, political theorist and former Secretary of Education, said, and I quote, "America's support for human rights and democracy is our noblest export to the world." One of the great strengths of the United States is that it was founded primarily by lawyers, men like James Madison and John Adams, Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton and John Marshall, men with an affinity for the law and an understanding of the need for order and for a system designed to make the law operable for all. Jefferson said, "Bear in mind this sacred principle, that though the will of the majority is in all cases to prevail, that will, to be rightful, must be reasonable. The minority possess their equal rights, which equal laws must protect, and to violate would be oppression," close quote. Our democracy, founded on the principle of the rule of law, relies heavily today on the legal profession for its continued strength and vitality. We should therefore appreciate the enormous responsibility that places on each of you as you enter this legal profession. Speaking to a law school graduating class, a former president of the American Bar Association put it this way: "You must strive for something more than success as a lawyer. You have an obligation to sustain, to strengthen, and to enhance the civic life of America. You've been given special privilege to practice the law, to vindicate the Constitution, to make real in the lives of our fellow citizens the noblest aspirations of our nation as embodied in our laws. And there is a special obligation that we all share to ensure that the benefits of the law are extended not just to the powerful and the prominent, but also to those whose voices are muted by poverty, by age, by disability, or simply by being different. All of us in this hall today stand on the shoulders of those who preceded us. It was their commitment and their sacrifice that made this day possible. Future generations will stand on your shoulders. They will feel the impact of your choices, your commitments, and your sacrifices. Thomas More once wrote that finding the right work is like putting your soul in the world. As you consider your role in this world, as you leave campus today, I ask that you consider the words of Martin Luther King Jr., and I quote, "Cowardice asks the question, is it safe? Expediency asks the question, is it politic? Vanity asks the question, is it popular? But conscience asks the question, is it right?" And there comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe, nor politic, nor popular, but one must take it because one's conscience tells one that it is the right thing to do. Or to put it even more directly, John Wesley, an 18th century theologian, said, "Do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as ever you can." On behalf of the Board of Regents of Northern Kentucky University and the faculty and staff of the Salmon P. Chase College of Law, I hope that through the practice of law, you'll discover your own sense of stewardship and to do all the good you can. Congratulations, graduates, and best wishes in a very successful life and career.
Please rise and join in the singing of the alma mater that'll be led by Carmen Howe, Caitlin Marie Peace, Derek Johnson, and Jacob Hitch. In the back of your program.
Northern, let your vision lead us, hearts of women, men, and youth. Help us seek the higher virtues, guide us to the greater truth. Northern, Northern alma mater, may our lives enrich your name, and in time leave us your children, better far than when we came.
To our graduates and guests, please join us for a reception in honor of our graduates, the class of 2010. Immediately following the ceremony, The reception will be held in the veranda on the concourse behind the stage drape. I look forward to seeing you all there. Will all the guests please remain in place until the graduates have left the hall? Thank you.